Good evening, Internet. Welcome back to another night of strange and scary games. I'm that's Aldous in the background, and tonight we're going to be playing through the Haunted PS1 demo disc Flipside Frights Edition, and tonight we've got Friendshapes. If it'll open. There it goes. A jump-scare-free existential abstract horror light RPG. Travel through digressions and closed roguelite landscapes with a variety of events you may encounter. Features a unique battle system based on interaction and understanding abstract entities with different ways of resolving them instead of violence. About 37 minutes, keyboard and mouse preferred. And then there's a list of content warnings whenever it comes around again. Blood, automatonophobia, mycophobia, necrophobia, philophobia, selenophobia, dread and anxiety-inducing situations, distressed animals, obsessive spiraling. The preview here reminds me of They Speak from the Abyss, which I think was in another of the Haunted PS1 demo discs. Can I get full screen, please? Oh, we can turn always dash on. Said we can turn always dash on. How do I get back? There we go. I guess I can't get full screen. All right. I'll just have to fix it in post. No. This game contains sequences and descriptions of surreal and abstract peril. My favorite. Can I move? Yes. Okay, I see. Interesting. It's a 3D game, but they're signboards, billboards. I can't remember the term for it. So it looked 2D, but it's actually 3D. Can I do anything? Doesn't appear I can do anything. Yes, why not? You approach the shape. It's a sign. It's the first sign of what you can't imagine. The subtly flickering light behind you is momentarily blocked as you wave. The thin metal is cold and slick to your touch. There's a voice that isn't your own. Hey in there, you okay? I have no context. I don't think you mean me, do you? Can you hear me? Just sort of showed up, appeared. Nope, never heard of anyone like that. You're sort of freaking me out here. Is my suit broadcasting? The sign doesn't deign to follow you, though there's no turning back. Hey, yo, I say, you there? Gosh, don't make me have to touch you to get your attention. Not much of a thing these days. It's a cool sign, but I'm right here. Okay, man. Okay. Look, I'm gonna have to touch you to turn you around. All right? Ready? There. You were being really freaky just there. Do you need something? Like medical assistance-wise? Oh, hey. Now you're with us. You turn around. Yikes, those eyes of yours are kinda... You alright? They act like you didn't say anything. I asked because there was no you there, and then suddenly it was like you'd always been there, you know? Maybe you're not speaking. I'm glad you're alright. Oh, you're glad? It's not confusing at all. You sure you're okay? Maybe you're not speaking... Well, anyway, what are you doing here? You get kinda drawn here like I did? Not sure exactly why, but I thought I may as well... Nothing much else to do these days, right? Maybe you're not speaking... You been here before? I think I was once. Guess that's why I'm here again. Can't really tell if you have or not. If not, then welcome to Levelly, I suppose. What's left of it, anyways. Giving them a thumbs up of your own, they nod. You, don't say much, huh? It's fine, I get that a lot. Well, like, I had some kind of dream, like, right? Can't really describe it aside from it was about the shape of a house. Did you get that too? No? Yes? Also, here's something to keep you going around here. You're given 2 Sola sodas, a box of Bloody Chunk cereal, and a Mace Attorney comic. You're also given Welcome to Levelly, an information brochure that's been written on it in felt tip pen, located in your archive. That's everything that I have left, so use them wise. Well, okay, buddy, it's been real, but I should start heading on. Feel free to not talk to me if you run into me. Laters. Edmonton, remember something else they have. You are given Encounter and You, and 10 credits. Edmonton drops a music sticker as they turn to leave. At least they opened the door for us. Friendshapes. You look down at the Encounter and You flyer. Shapes generally want something or need to be understood. The icons down here indicate how far along the path you are with them. Physical well-being, mental well-being, and your focus. The icons become larger as the path is filled, increasing a blue or orange path shows an animation on the bottom left. Filling a path is usually how to enter an encounter. Shapes orange path, Shapes blue path. Hitting 0 on physical or mental well-being will immediately throw you out of a digression. You keep items found but don't have any used during it returned to you. Physical drain, mental drain, focus drain. Actions, context actions. How you can interact with a shape, sometimes trying the same thing again and again may get a different result or depend on a shape's last action. Sometimes something outside of the usual actions can occur to you to try. An animation just above here will play if you have a new context action. Welcome to Lee Valley in your archive. Oh, hi, Mark. It's nice to see another face around these parts. I'm not sure the last one had a face, but I did compliment him on his oven gloves. Mark, if you need anything for your journeying around the place, then I'm always up for a trade, Mark. Oh, no. Money's no good anymore. No good, Mark. I only trade, Mark. You see, Mark, you can trade things to me, Mark. And that will give you what I would call trade credit, or credit for short, mark. Then you can exchange this trade credit for items I have mark. It's an entirely new system that does not require any sort of currency or exchange of metaphorical wealth whatsoever. It's revolutionary, if I do say so myself, mark. Have some complimentary items I have found on my many travels through all manner of places in time and space, mark. Normally these would cost credit, as it's something nice I'm doing for you, mark. If you are pleasant to those you meet in your travels, as well as trying many things, then I suspect you'll be given credit, which you can trade with me for more cool stuff. Mark. You approach the snowscape. You can save via context. You reach towards them. So memorize is save, remember is load, and forget is delete, I'm guessing. Left or right? That's trippy. Not seen you around before. New to the joint, huh? So what's your deal here? No one just shows up anymore, not without reason. Like, to hold on to or to plant your legs on? Normally, I'm against sending people to the last place they'll be seen going into. But I can tell you're not gonna turn around and go back to where you came. Wherever that is. Not too surprising anyway. What you're after is twisted up in digressions now. I see no light of recognition at that phrase. Surely you've encountered those before. Well, memory is a funny old thing these days. Folks around here trying to hold on to the last scrap of memory left in them. End up losing who they truly were as a result. Seen it happen more than once, assuming my memory isn't playing tricks. You want to run down on digressions? You look like someone that doesn't know what they are. It'll be a snap. But maybe your face is just always that way, huh? I think I understand, but I'll try it anyway. They're like twists in space. Sometimes time as well, yeah? A sort of pheromone phenomena, right? You think you're walking down a dead-end finger of a place, and it just don't stop. In cursive, you know? Focus is what you gotta have if you hope to get to the center of one of these places. Otherwise, well, you'll show up outside again, actually. Assuming you don't cark it or go mad as a spoon beforehand. Only way is to try, right? Sometimes you just have to put your 7th best foot faceward. That place just ahead between the trees, that twists into a digression. Don't look so down. I'm sure it'll be a snap. Here, have some handouts. Because he's a hand. Hang out. They're idly snapping their head. What's up? They roll their shoulders idly. They return an akimbo finger gun while giving a thumbs up. High five stretches in the dying light. Has stuff always been this weird? I can't remember if I'm honest. Maybe my memory is going too. Can never quite put a head on it. High five crosses their arms and looks out at the view. It's high five. They're very chill. They roll their shoulders idly. We already got that one. High five returns your gesture with horns gesture of their own. They roll their shoulders idly. You don't seem to be making any progress with them. Keep it real, buddy. At least as real as you can these days. You know how it be. Backwoods stretch off into the distance, bending and weaving in and out of view. This is the start of a digression. Do you wish to enter? Traversing the backwoods. You move down the now straight path for a small while before turning around to see if the entrance is in sight. There is a tree directly behind you, despite not being there a moment ago. Deciding against investigating further, you notice the light reflecting off the tree's bark is eerily similar to that of how skin shines. You wander deeper into the digression, the paths, trees, and scents twisting around you. That little sequence reminded me that I haven't played World of Horror. Almost tripping on a route you didn't see before, you look back at the offending tree. The bark is a healthy light pink as it blinks at you, the muscles blowing and reflecting on their branches, small teeth rattling in the breeze. It smiles. You smile back, +2 sanity. Why not? I haven't played World of Horror on stream. I played through it when it was still in early access, but I wanted to wait until it fully released to try to beat it. Is that something that you guys would be interested in seeing, World of Horror? I know it's been out for a while now. Following a light from between some trees, you happen upon a campfire in the center of a grove. The flames are a dark purple, giving off an off-green light that illuminates the two occupants. One is slender and almost featureless, their tall frame bent in a complex tableau as they sit on a log, leaning towards the fire. To say they looked up as you approached wouldn't be entirely accurate, as their face is devoid of features save for a near-perfect circle of a mouth, which they turn to you casually. It's more complicated with the other occupant around the fire. You can only assume they turn to look at you, as their head is a vague shape made up of a smaller, geometric shapes all rotating perpendicular to each other, occasionally passing through one another. They have less of a body and more of a frame, skinny skeletal limbs, and a torso that is little more than just a thin supportive trunk to uphold their impressive size, almost twice your own. Neither seem especially surprised to see you, and soon enough you're staring at the fire, feeling the purple and green healing your body and mind. Sitting in a companionable silence, the three of you watch as a very furry creature walks by above the tree line, legs like huge stilts and eyes like searchlights. You think it sees you, and you are sure when it changes direction towards you. Some kind of soup is simmering over the fire, and the stilt creature lowers itself to lap from it without a protest from the others. You reach out and stroke the back of its hairy head as it drinks. It lingers some, enjoying the fire and friendship before slowly raising itself and wandering away. It's about time you got going too. You say your thanks and goodbyes to your new friends, answered with a friendly oh sound from one, and a of wooden shapes knocking against each other from the other. +15 well-being, +15 sanity, +30 focus. It's already over. We seem to be getting really good RNG in these. Toothy smiling fish. +5 focus. Why does it get really choppy sometimes? A voice emanates from a thick line of trees, cutting through all the backwoods sound, causing a vacuum of sound that only it can be heard in. The voice bids you to come to it. Come here, it says. After a pause, the voice continues, saying that it's found something. Edging closer noiselessly to see if you can catch a glimpse of the speaker, they repeat the phrase again with some inflection. You catch sight of white skin through the shuddering leaves and failing light and freeze up for a moment. A chance gust of air freshener-scented wind moves the leaves further, clarifying the scene somewhat. An absolutely still, remarkably pale body sits in the dirt, their back facing you while presumably staring at the featureless rock. Ready to run, you try to bolt backwards, but fall over a shape that hadn't been there before. At first you think it a rock, but it was too soft for that. Scrambling up, you glance behind you and see a white-robed and hooded figure on the ground that had moved right behind you as you peered into the foliage. Not wanting to see the slumped figure pick itself up, you dash for a different tree line to break from their line of sight. There's what looks like white up ahead in this place's strange light, but you continue moving. Before you realize what's happening, you find yourself in a football field-sized clearing, absolutely full of the white-robed and hooded figures. None move whatsoever as you push your way through them for what feels like hours, hoping against all odds that they stay that way. You finally reach the opposite tree line. Glancing back, you only see trees from where you came. -3 sanity, -10 focus. +5 focus. Part of the problem with having your non-Euclidean geometry here, a diamond tree structure blocks the path. You'll have to try to inch past it with or without some sort of perception. Use a cloth rag. Pass by the sharp shapes with only mild discomfort. Yo, how'd it go? I'm sure glad to meet you again for the first time. Oh, hello, another friend out and about in this wondrous backwood. Huh. I'm Michart Gensel, a friend of yours. I'm sure glad to meet you again for the first time. You're sure we'll be fast friends again, for once. Looking pretty lost there, bucko. Not sure what's going on, huh? Well, not to worry. Gensel is here to help you out. We're friends, after all. You can ask me anything you want, and for nothing at all. I don't want anything from you. That's right. No? That's fine. There's plenty of others out there that'll benefit from my insights, buddy. So, buddy, old pal, new friend of mine, how glad are you? Hey, lover, what you looking for? Tricky and sly and good looking, and good feeling, and good giving, and generally all around and. That dumpy guy in hazmat is Edmonton. Pretty sure you creep him out. You know, I'm pretty sure they're here for that kitty funhouse out west. Hope you've been saving, buddy. That's what those little guys are for. I don't understand what's happening. Hello, you. What are you wanting to discuss? Mikart Jensel leans back and observes you. Why does everything hurt me? Mikart Jensel says that is true, in a manner that suggests they'd rather be talking about something else. Mikart Jensel folds their arms behind their head. Just some handyman that sits around watching and doing nothing. I don't know about you, but I'd not trust a trader who has little gems for eyes. The credit they take from you is much more than you think. Feeling a bit soulless? Yeah, well, that's what's going on. Mikart Jensel talks idly about some cave out there that's full of knights, frozen solid in cursed ice, and that they've been there for hundreds of years. Jensel seems satisfied with a good hangout. Mikart Jensel gives you a small wave, blows a kiss, and lightly hip checks you as you walk past. You receive warmth of another. There we go. So sometimes I can use the mouse to move, but other times I have to use the arrow keys. You spot a rock that has an absolutely perfect cube-shaped hole in it. There's a similar feature on a nearby tree. Only instead of being a hole, it's made for this of the same material as the strange rock. Guess I can't interact with that. A light catches your eye from above through hand-like leaves of the trees, eager to cut you off from any and all light. You see a star above a tree, almost as if the celestial body has alighted onto its tallest branches. It looks very close. That's not a star. You are elsewhere, out of breath and unsure of where you are, but you know better than to follow any stars anymore. -12 focus. You are a corpse. We're pretty smiley for a corpse, though, right? You can't interact with the face, it doesn't look like. Here's a face, probably best to ignore it. Paling moon down in the sky. Best stay there, lest ye arrive here. There's a small crunch under your foot that you weren't expecting. Looking down, you see that instead of grass, this area instead has toes sticking out of the ground. All deathly still, it only looks like some are moving and flexing on the outskirts of your vision. At least that's what you tell yourself as you look around for an alternate route. Going around will take more time, but certainly won't be as unpleasant. You'd rather take your chances getting lost even further than walk this gauntlet. -10 focus. It will all be dust soon. It's repeating locations now. There's what seems to be a jagged tooth trap in the way. Use a tree limb. The crack of the trap echoes between the closely knit trees. Stepping over it, you think it's best to start moving. No going back that way. Yeah, let me move. You see a bird, a rare sight these days. Upon closer inspection, what you assumed would be feathers are actually human hair. They scream at you rather than caw before flapping their wing arms and running into the trees, -2 sanity. This only has been the Evertime. What is happening? Can I not get that? I guess not. I want it. A heavy dragging noise grows in volume through the thick trees. Pale flesh bursts from around the tree nearby, causing you to leap back. The flesh moves, shifting around and through the bark until only the top of the tree is visible, where the flesh stops. A head the size of a small building looms over you, slowly scanning the tree line above as the doughy body drags itself further through the vegetation, leaving a viscous material behind it. The smooth, near-featureless masked face turns to you, eyes staring through you, as if you had the same significance as the air. A sound akin to a ton of molasses falling into wet concrete is heard as its bowed head turns away, the chunky, malformed arms reaching through several trees to continue to pull itself through the undergrowth. -10 sanity. You've never spent so far from home. Inventory. That gives well-being. What's this? Regenerating. Mace Attorney seems OP. Can we use that? In a modern medieval world where everyone wears full body armor and wields weapons based on their profession at all times, and where outlaws are rampant, only one up-and-coming attorney can be sure to the innocent triumph, and the guilty are generally pointed at and mocked until they run away. That attorney is none other than Mace Attorney. Flanked either side by the flailifts, Warhammer Judge presides with the blessings of Crusade King, stark, serious, and fair. With Euster Knight, Mace Attorney is mysterious rival, and Dash Attorney, the up-and-coming attorney, but too flashy for his own good, vying for his position. Mace Attorney has his work cut out for him, with more than just a mace. But with his trusty assistant Lace Attorney, coroner friend Halberd Surgeon, and some likely and not so likely allies, does Mace Attorney have what it takes to make sure that justice prevails in the Courtasium of law? In this issue, we meet the mighty Ursa Major, the headstrong young Lance Corporal, and Fisticuffs, Crusader King's mighty general. Known for strange crossovers, Mace Attorney has also been associated with Mr. President and Just in Case. The fan base is divided because the manga has two separate editions by separate publishers, where some of the story and characters have been interpreted differently. All right. We're in first person, I see. Why can't I have that? Found a cloth rag. Okay. The mushroom starts to vibrate and a high rumble emits from them. Something rises out of the ground between the fungus. You approach a shape. strange-looking mushroom. The strange flesh of the I did not have time to read that. Excogidio micata sits with an expectant patience. Some of the surface shakes and moves, now sensing the vague change of light in the dark as you moved your own. Excogidio micata sits with an expectant patience. Nothing there. Lightly touching it, the spongy surface breaks out into small lumps. They remind you of goosebumps. Excogidio micata's small nerves shiver and move almost imperceptibly as the wind blows. Exo looks like a large fungi, but seems more animate, less static background, like other plant life. Expectant patience. The lump seems to cover Exo. As your fingers linger on it, you feel shifting, constant growth under them. Exo sits with an expectant patience. What you think of as a rudimentary tongue appears to recede inside Exo somewhat. Brushing it in around the mouth causes the surrounding area of it to harden. Exo's small nerves shiver and move almost imperceptibly as the wind blows. New rough texture on the surface, dense and opens to reflective, moist-looking spots that can't help but consider to be eyes. Exo watches you with their many shiny eyes, almost like a spider. You watch the light and reflection of Exo's basic eyes wink and shift with your waving reflection. Exo's small nerves shiver and move almost imperceptibly as the wind blows. I don't know what you want from me, dude. Two swells on it begin to grow as it vibrates to your voice. Soon the two growths stop and rotate, locating the source of the noise. Exo's ear growths turn this way and that. Now with the basic mouth, Exo begins to pulse and wheeze, trying to breathe and project something like a voice. It's cool and all that Exo is learning to make speechless noises, but it doesn't half creep you out. As fascinating as it is to help Exo evolve, there's a line where it's getting very uncomfortable continuing some of it. Line here is teaching it speech. Exo watches you with their many shiny eyes, almost like a spider. You watch the light reflection surface, and Exo's basic eyes wink and shift with your waving reflection. Glad is evanescent, low well-being, they're near collapse. Can we withdraw? Bulges along the underside of the main cap slowly open, revealing slick tendrils that shift and wave. With transportation eyes and rudimentary nerves, Exo begins to scuttle slowly away, off towards a hopefully dark, moist, and rotten future. Plenty of those things to go around these days. You recover 4 to all stats. You made 51 credit. You find 2 gatherer's pulp. Do you have anything that does well-being? Well-being plus 14. Is this the right way? Yes. A shiny branch scratches a small gash on your face. You weren't paying attention, and now you're almost surrounded by these aggressively thorny branches. Using a cloth rag, you manage to get through the bristles thorns without further incident, though the cloth itself is left in tatters from where you passed through. Pulsating tubes wind into nowhere. Warmth of another. There's a bag here. The lumps in it are obviously nothing. It didn't just shift. You approach a shape. It's not empty. It's too small for a full-size body. It's a large bag. Observe it again. It's about the right size for a... Why is there a bag here? Who would have left it? It bothers me that I'm apparently doing the right thing. How did the bag get here? But also still taking damage. When was it left here? Which could it be? Normal things or something abnormal? You gently run your fingers down the fabric surface, feeling the nylon, trying to avoid feeling what they may be covering, what's inside. You feel it again, but heavier. You feel the hints of shapes hidden under the fabric. Feel them shift and click together under your questing hand. What's inside? Well-being... Sanity. Glad utilizes the dairy eggs. What's inside? You feel it again, but heavier. That didn't do anything. I don't want to know. I'm leaving. It's time to go. You recover 6 tall stats. You made 11 credit. A rhythmic creaking grows louder as you wander in the dark created by the trees, a faint whooshing sound adding to the rhythm as you approach. The noise is that of a taut rope swinging on a branch. Mike Argensel is already watching you amusedly as you step through the foliage, the view becoming complete, with them sitting upon a rope swing attachment attached to the branch above. What's up, Mike Art? What do you want now? You can trust me, I don't lie. Like with answering questions, not costing anything. That little machine that could, right? Don't know what started making those things start learning, but I'm sure they'll do better with this world than you guys did. Yeesh. Good thing you didn't let that thing develop any further. It would have replaced your head and piloted you around. Reject Mentos contents? How would I know? It's a gym bag left out in the backwoods that you want to know what's inside, but you won't open it. Too afraid of being usurped to help a developing life form to make a life for itself. Probably for the best. Weird little things, maybe reindeers of a bygone age. Or maybe reminders of a bygone age. Like when we all had to wear masks, right? My cart Jinsel idly blows a kiss your way. Mike Argensel says that is true, in a manner that's just they'd rather be talking about something else. Good thing you didn't let that thing develop any further. Hello, you. What are you wanting to discuss? Mike Argensel talks idly about some cave out there that's full of nights frozen solid and cursed ice, and that they've been there for hundreds of years. One eye is pink and the other blue. Mike Argensel snickers.
That's the welcome wagon. They're only drawn to idiots carrying a bunch of 6 random bits of torn clothing, so they're no worry. It'd be nice being intertwining trees with you here. Maybe we should practice a bit. What do you say? Jinsel seems satisfied with a good hangout. My card Jinsel gives you a small wave, blows a kiss, and lightly hip checks you as you walk past. You receive warmth of another. You emerge from the forest, a clearing overlooking the lake. Is there like a boss at the end of this, or... What's that? The singing becomes timeless. Sing endlessly to the timeless chorus. What more is there to do? Sing endlessly to the timeless chorus. The timeless chorus looms ever closer. Glad is insecure, can't speak or touch for 2 exchanges. Glad is vehement, plus 10 focus, for 6 exchanges. Timeless Chorus watched in passive and unpressed as life struggled to exist on this forgotten, abandoned planet. Glad is abstracting, minus 5 focus for 3 exchanges. Does that cancel out? Is it like plus 5 for 3 exchanges, then plus 10 afterwards? Timeless Endless Chorus was singing even as the great celestial space trawler, whose death allowed life to flourish on its immense skull, cried and thrashed, brain being devoured from within. Glad is aghast, max sanity reduced by 50%. Glad is no longer insecure, Glad is evanescent, low well-being, they're near collapse. Glad utilizes solo soda. Glad is no longer abstracting. Could the Timeless Chorus have even been that effortlessly ended by something so unfathomably huge, infinite or no? Pale in the shining force of the Timeless Chorus. Glad is paling, minus 5 well-being for 3 exchanges. Glad is paling. The Timeless Chorus sung before anything existed to fear hearing its eternal song. Timeless Chorus will continue to sing when there's nothing left to instill the most primal of fear into, dwindle in the endless majesty of the infinity of the Timeless Chorus. Glad is Delphic, low sanity. They are close to a full breakdown. Glad utilizes the dairy eggs. Timeless Chorus is the center of all belief on the planet. Timeless Chorus has been seen by every single being that has lived, more than a week above ground. You squeeze your eyes shut and take a deep breath. Sing endlessly to the Timeless Chorus. Glad is regenerating. Timeless Chorus has influenced all culture, all practices, everything. Timeless Chorus is the origin. Sing endlessly to the Timeless Chorus. Timeless Chorus will sing in the Timeless Chorus's never-ending, ever moment that never stops, as it's never even started yet. It continues to not do so forever as it does. The Timeless Chorus will never die, the Timeless Chorus will never live. Timeless Chorus is too terrible a presence to exist in such a base way. Where are your gods? They tremble in their non-existence as the timeless chorus races ahead, undeniable in its existence, sing their never-start-ending song. That's not what I wanted. All touched by the divine, the timeless chorus will succumb. There is nowhere the timeless chorus cannot reach. There is no being the timeless chorus cannot breach. Plus 20 focus. Timeless chorus cannot. I think I've got to keep using my rubies. World spread before, world spread before, world spread before, world spread before. Don't know what to do. The world rumbles. The world trembles. All is lost. All is none. None is all. It shall now end. You feel that whatever is coming next, you need to be prepared. That is petrified. Repent. Repent and succumb to the timeless melody. Timeless course continues. Oh wait, that's just a reflection of one of the moons. False alarm. Glad is feeling better. You recover 5 to all stats. You made 21 credits. You find a mini mirror ball and 2 TV dinners, Nyap and Pain. Watching the sunset on the pier, the heat of their hand in yours. You receive a sun submerged. Maximum well-being increased by 5. Maximum sanity increased by 5. Thanks for playing. The full version of Friendshapes. More shapes. More digressions. The hallways. The basement. And finally, reach your destination. If you say anything new, round of applause to you. In other news, I've been benching. Here, check it out. Grab my arm. No, not that one. Eventually, you touch a nearby tree. Are you blind? Yeah, that one, obviously. Feel that muscle? Oh, yeah. Anyway, that's that digression done, huh? These places twist and turn around all the time, so it'd be different if you went in again. Plus, it knows you now. Don't think you'll be as lucky as often in there. Hang out? No, I'm good. Sky is different now. Oh, hi, Mark. Are you wishing to trade, Mark? What are you buying? Shape approaches. Oh, hi, Mark. Let's trade, Mark. I kind of want that. Gatherer's pulp. Haha, what a trademark. Don't be a stranger, Mark. This place is strange enough already, know what I say, Mark? I found that document someplace strange. Happy I could give it a good home, Mark. Grounds, Mark? I believe you may find it under your very toes. Assuming you have any, Mark. Archive. Dated 15 Zerno 4749. Huh? Man, are you strange? Huh? Man are a strange phenomena in our now much stranger world. Elusive and confusing, my students and underlings have traipsed the backwoods and all else to find these observations. There are parts 3 to a full organism, such appear to have their own motivations, desires, and personalities, such as they are, which are as follows. The man, or the lure, wearing a costume made of flesh to appear closer to how humans once generally appeared, cannot feel pain or hunger, seem to exhibit empathy, though this could be a learned reaction, seems to understand and employ mislearned basic social niceties for sake of manipulation of prey, tries to convince anything they perceive is alive to follow them and to ultimately enter their home, which brings us neatly to house, or the trap. Thoughtless, motionless, merely a large digestive organ for the lure, cannot hold entities against their will, though very few will leave if they enter. The more fastidious attempts at study yield no results, as those involved presumably entered the trap and are never seen again, so some hypothesis must be made due to the lack of data. I summarize it may give off pheromones as a mixture of flowery, sweet smells with the undertone of a butcher shop have been reported coming from mans. It must be a potent if it manages to convince prey to stay in the facade of a house made entirely of meat, flesh, and viscera. Cord, or the umbilical tube, connects the house to the man, distributes nutrients to the man lure, but no impulses or instructions. Alright, clear as mud. Save. Alright, there we go. Let's get out of here. Alright, so that was Friendshapes. I enjoyed that. The aesthetic is very cool. The way that you've done the backgrounds and the 3D billboard style, it works really well for the story. The movement is sometimes kind of odd or off. I find myself having to click to go some directions and use the direction keys to go other directions, especially when you have the camera that moves, so it'll start on one side and then move around to the other one. It can be hard to navigate around. I like the backgrounds. I like the world. It's very inspired by like Undertale and Everhood and the other games in that kind of genre, where it's like this world is kind of weird and off. The encounters were sometimes a little bit confusing because I would get progress for something, but then I'd take damage at the same time. It would be nice if I was making progress, I wasn't taking damage at the same time. That might be something that you've already accounted for, but it was just kind of strange when I would get like the yellow, yeah, you're doing good, but then I would also take damage and sanity and focus or whatever. It's kind of off. You really want to feel like I'm doing the right thing. I did the good answer. I'm making progress towards the goal. Why am I taking damage? So those are my thoughts. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Am I right? Am I wrong? Do you think that's not that big of a deal? It's a roguelite, so you're not going to be able to perfect every encounter, but am I overreacting to the taking sanity and focus damage and all of that? Yeah, that's all. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you for joining me for another night of Strange and Scary Games. I love you, and we'll see you in the next video. Good night.